Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are diving into something absolutely incredible. We're unpacking a massive 144-page mice industry anthology called Motivating Your Mind, Inspiring Your Spirit. It's basically this ultimate, super exciting blueprint for both professional and personal growth, offering direct insights from the absolute rock stars who actually shape the industry.
Let's put this into perspective. 2,100. That huge number, that literally represents the combined years of business knowledge packed into this single amazing project. It's actually staggering when you stop and think about it. We're talking about decades upon decades of hard-earned lessons, real-world experience, and deep insights from professionals all over the globe, distilled down just for us.
So, here is our roadmap. We're going to curate this journey from the inside out. First, decades of distilled wisdom. 2. Living your core values. 3. Mastering authentic business relationships. 4. Aligning mind, body, and spirit. And finally, number 5, expanding your professional range. Let's jump right into Section 1, Decades of Distilled Wisdom, a mice industry anthology. Now, what's really interesting here is that 75 top global experts, we're talking folks often in the top 1% of their niches, freely shared their personal stories and case studies just to help others thrive. From Australia and Canada to Singapore and the UAE, these thought leaders came together to offer this beautiful complementary gift of both IQ and EQ insights. They honestly wanted nothing more than to see us succeed. Which brings us to Section 2, Living Your Core Values, the Inside-Out Framework. There's this fantastic, really powerful reminder from Ann Andrews. She points out that if we see bad behavior at work and just stay quiet, we're actually giving it permission to continue. She shares a brilliant story about an employee at an accounting firm who witnessed bullying. Instead of getting tangled up in the drama, she just learned to simply say, "This doesn't sit well with me." It's such a gentle but firm way of ensuring your silence isn't acting as an endorsement. And this perfectly illustrates the stark contrast between companies that just tick boxes and leaders who actively model courage. Anne describes the tragedy of lip service leadership. You know the type. Executives go on these fancy off-site retreats, claim they value things like safety and emotional intelligence, but then return to the office and treat their staff like commodities. Contrast that with values in action leadership, where a core value like courage literally gives everyone permission to call out poor behavior, no matter who's doing it. But here's the best part. Even if your organization's values feel, well, like a sham, you can still be the hero. You can be the catalyst by personally embodying the values your company claims to hold. Anne advises that if your company says safety or professionalism is key, you step up and model that behavior yourself. Bit by bit, your own personal integrity will actually start to rub off on the people around you. You become the change maker. I absolutely love this super cute and funny quote from Dame Anita Roddick, the founder of The Body Shop. If you think one small person can't make a difference, try going to bed with a mosquito. It totally puts things into perspective, right? It proves that even the smallest, most persistent presence can completely alter the environment of an entire room. Building on that inner courage, we have Tahira Amir Khan's incredible framework. She teaches us how to piece together our own truth and boldly share it with the world. She transitioned from what she called a one-dimensional technologist into a multi-dimensional Renaissance woman. Through sheer dedication, she synthesized arts and sciences to find her unique, powerful voice. So, what exactly is a truth creator? Well, it's a messenger who goes deep to unravel mysteries, using their voice to fearlessly manifest change on a much grander scale. Tahira explains that this isn't just about conscious intention. It's a soul-driven odyssey. It requires stepping away from the I and focusing on the us, bringing a message to life with such relentless passion that the world honestly has no choice but to listen and adapt.
All right, let's pivot to Section 3, Mastering Authentic Business Relationships, Projecting Values Outward.
Relationship management specialist Lindsay Adams hits the nail on the head here with a golden rule. Networking is completely about genuine relationships, never about selling. Look, if you walk into a room just trying to push a product on the first meeting, people will sense it immediately. But if you show that you know your stuff and you're genuinely willing to help others, professionals will naturally want to connect with you.
So, where do we go to actually make these magical connections? Well, industry association events, conferences, training sessions, and monthly meetings are the absolute incubators for relationships. And the goal here isn't to dominate everyone's time. Just chat for about 10 minutes, share some ideas, and keep moving. The real impact always happens on the follow-up.
And here is a total game changer, the Wing Buddy strategy. Let's face it, attending networking events alone can be kind of intimidating. So bring a friend. You can hype each other up without sounding ego-driven. Think about it. If you walk up to someone and declare yourself the world's leading authority, you just sound arrogant. But if your wing buddy says it about you, suddenly it's credible, memorable praise.
Moving on to Section 4, aligning mind, body, and spirit. Sustaining your success.
Sue Arden, who is a veteran in the highly competitive logistics industry, shares this amazing personal story about how she bounced back from severe knee injuries. She discovered the restorative powers of yoga and Pilates to build core strength. By blending these two disciplines, she completely phased out her constant physical therapy. Her body moved better, she slept deeply, and her mind finally gained the rest it needed to perform at a super high level. And we pair that physical strength with intuitive consultant Jennifer Angel's wonderful framework for daily mental maintenance. We're talking relentless positivity, practicing daily gratitude, and taking 100% responsibility for your thoughts. Jennifer reminds us that we have to be fiercely protective of our mindset. Don't let despondency take up residence in your life. By focusing our energy on what we want, rather than what's missing, we unlock some truly incredible potential.
Finally, we wrap up with Section 5, expanding your professional range, the generalist advantage. Al Argo reminds us of this profound idea, inspired by David Epstein's book, Range, that balancing our mind, body, spirit, and business actually makes us powerful generalists. We become ready to tackle literally any challenge the world throws at us. By not being too rigid with our goals and by constantly expanding our professional range, we stay agile, adaptable, and endlessly curious.
To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with Tahira Amir Khan's ultimate drop-the-mic question to reflect on. What is your message of truth? As you go about your day, think about how you can embody that truth, build genuine relationships around it, and maintain the vibrant health needed to share it with the world. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.